Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to get through this thing called Mix CD. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I love making Mix CDs. Each week, we give our guests a theme and an 80-minute time limit for which songs they're going to pick for their Mix CD. This week, on the release of this podcast or episode, will be the day of the 98th annual Oscars. And one of the nice things that we have about the Oscars is that we have the best song category. And we've had a variety of different songs that have won, and my friend Heath and I have done the winners, and we're eventually going to do like kind of like a joint list because I have 3 volumes of this that I'm probably going to go over, and we'll probably have our definitive list coming up soon. But I wanted to go over the first volume of the Oscar nominated songs that did not win the best song category. Now, all of these have lost for a variety of reasons, not always to a superior song, but at least a song that I would say to some extent or another has been very much deserving of this. So I went through all of the nominees for Best Original Song, and I've gone through and I've kind of picked some of the ones that I've very much enjoyed, and you know full well that some of these there was no way that some of these were going to win best song, but at least some of these were at least competitive enough to actually get us to where, okay, this actually could be somewhat interesting. So for example, 1999 had a lot of great songs that could have possibly won best song, and it was a foregone conclusion already that Tarzan, the song from Tarzan, You'll Be in My Heart, was going to win. However, for me, the song that I enjoyed quite a bit, and I think will go down as one of the best performances at the Oscars, was Blame Canada from South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. There was no way that this was going to win Best Song, but the fact that it was even nominated is laughable and it's hilarious. But hey, cool. I'll take that as a win. The next one I have, I'm Just Ken from 2023. The other song from Barbie, What Was I Made For, did win Best Song, but Ryan Gosling's performance of this might go down as one of the probably the best performance for an Oscar nominated song, maybe ever. But I'm Just Ken is here. Next, the year before, 2002, we've got Hold My Hand from Lady Gaga, who this is from Top Gun Maverick. Look, Lift Me Up from Black Panther Wakanda Forever was also kind of on the short list of ones to possibly be nominated. A song from Rihanna, but Not To, it was going to win. For sure, it was going to win. It's from RRR. So the next song I have is from The Greatest Showman. And where'd you go? Okay, so 2017, we've got a couple pretty incredible songs here as well. And Coco Remember Me, definitely one that I would definitely understand this being on, the short list for best song. However, This Is Me from Greatest Showman is just one of those show-stopping and just all-time powerhouse songs. The next one I have is 2014, Selma, Glory, or the song from Selma, Glory, from Common and John Legend. That was one that, yeah, it was going to eventually, it was going to win because it had all the momentum. Everything is Awesome from the Lego Movie, though. That song slapped. It was really, really great. The year before, 2013, again, Frozen, Let It Go from Frozen was the foregone conclusion song. It was the one that like everyone kind of assumed would, kind of win the Oscar. But then the Moon song from Her was really great. And I remember the Oscar performance for this. I think, yeah, I think it was just really, really great and really sweet. So I did want to recognize that. 2009, we've got The Weary Kind from Crazy Heart winning, but we're discounting two songs from The Princess and the Frog, and I picked Almost There for my pick for this. Then we've got the song from 2003, Into the West from Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, one, and rightfully so. But I picked A Mighty Wind, A Kiss at the End of the Rainbow as the song to put on this list. In 2001, Monsters Inc. If you the song from Monsters Inc. If I Didn't Have You won Best Song, but I included the song from Fellowship of the Ring that did not win, which is May It Be. And then the year before that, the song from Wonder Boys, Things Have Changed, by Bob Dylan, won Best Song, but I picked the song A Love Before Time from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Back in 1990, where'd it go? 1998 was another pretty big year for Best Song. When You Believe from The Prince of Egypt won, but I Don't Want to Miss a Thing from Armageddon was also nominated. And then the year before, 1997, there's a lot of great songs here. So My Heart Will Go On, Titanic, just the juggernaut that it was. There was a song from Hercules, there was a song from Con Air, but there was also a song from Anastasia called Journey to the Past, which is included on this list. 1996, there's at least two songs here that I probably would have picked over the song from Evita, You Must Love Me. But I picked That Thing You Do from That Thing You Do because that song is just outstanding. Next song I have on this list from 1995, Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas won, but Have You Ever Really Loved a Woman, who Bryan Adams was the king of movie soundtrack songs in the 90s, but also You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story. Just powerful, just love that song. It's just incredible. In 1994, we've got three songs from The Lion King nominated here. One of them won, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? And then you have Hakuna Matata, which was the crowd-pleasing favorite, but then you've got the opener, which is Circle of Life, that is also just really, really great. In 1993, Streets of Philadelphia by Bruce Springsteen took home the best song, but Janet Jackson had a song from Poetic Justice called Again that I really like that goes here. 1992, there were two songs from The Bodyguard, two songs from Aladdin that were nominated. One of the songs from Aladdin won A Whole New World, but then there's another one, Friend Like Me, just an outstanding performance from Robin Williams. Really great. But also from this year, the two songs from The Bodyguard, you've got Run to You and I Have Nothing. And I included I Have Nothing on this list. Again, mentioned that in Bryan Adams was the king of movie soundtrack songs from the 90s, and the one from Robin Hood Prince of Thieves and on the 1991 Oscars, Everything I Do It for You, I've included on this list. Beauty and the Beast had three songs nominated here, and one of them won, Beauty and the Beast, but then they have Be Our Guest and Belle. And the last two songs I have on this list, we've got Somewhere in My Memory from Home Alone, lost to Sooner or Later from Dick Tracy in 1990. And then finally, the last song I have on this list is from 1987. The song that won is I've Had the Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing, but a personal favorite of mine and one that I can't think of a better way to end this song or end this list is Never Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now from Jefferson's or from just Starship and the song and from the movie Mannequin. So that is the first group of songs that are on my best Oscar or Oscar nominated songs that did not win list. Well, my friends, the time has come to end this episode of Mix CD. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website soon to be out at spdmcrew.com. You could follow our playlist on Spotify and Apple Music at Mike Hilty. Shout out to High Flyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, no matter what happens now, you shouldn't be afraid because I know today has been the most perfect day I've ever seen.